The title of this sermon is Wonders and Signs. Will you pray with me? Holy God, may the meditations of my heart and the words of my lips bring glory to you, my rock and my redeemer. And may they bring a blessing to your children gathered here. Amen. So, there's this girl named Lucy, and she's the youngest of 4 children. And her story is told in a book called The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. Although Lucy is the youngest, in many ways, she's the most important. It's no accident that Lucy is the first one to find her way into the world called Narnia. The gateway through the wardrobe works sometimes, so it seems meaningful that the first time it operates is to break Lucy through. Lucy frequently demonstrates her instinctive good judgment. She can tell immediately that Mr. Tumnus is a kind of friend, in spite of the fact that he's a creature that she's never seen before and he talks. In the same way, she knows that Mr. Tumnus is on the side of good. And as soon as she meets her, she knows that the White Witch is on the side of evil. Lucy is also truthful to the point of stubbornness. Her siblings, Peter, Susan, and Edmund, disbelieve her extraordinary story about her adventure in Narnia. She sticks to that story. Lucy defies their disbelief, and she asserts, I don't care what you think, and I don't care what you say. You can tell the professor, you can write to Mother, you can do anything you like. I know what I know, and I've met a fawn. Lucy's strength of character and her refusal to lie, just to please others, is impressive. So, Edmund, the younger brother, gets to Narnia too, and Lucy tells Peter and Susan. And she says, come on, Edmund, come on, tell them. Edmund decides to be mean. And he says, I don't know what she's talking about. She's making it up. You know how she makes up stories. No amount of coercing is going to change Edmund from saying that Lucy's lying, or change Lucy from changing her story. The older children are worried, of course, about Lucy. They're afraid that she's making this up to compensate for the tough world that they know as Lucy's children in England in 1940. So, being responsible young people, Susan and Peter decide to talk to their wise guardian, the professor. Maybe he can get Lucy to stop making stuff up, fabricating stuff. So they tell him everything. Everything. About Narnia, the mystical land, about animals that can talk, and mythical creatures. Everything. And the professor looks at them and says, how do you know that Lucy's story is not true? They're shocked. Well, it can't be true. Well, of course it can. Well, no. Yeah, it can. There are many things that exist that are beyond our understanding. Let's use logic, the professor says. Either Lucy is lying, she's mad, and crazy, or she's telling the truth. They look at each other, they look at him. She's not crazy. She doesn't lie. So she's telling the truth. Now, I love Chronicles of Narnia. I love the Christ work that C.S. Lewis does. And in all honesty, some of C.S. Lewis's books are over my head. That's theology that I can't grapple with. Narnia, I get. And I love Narnia, Chronicles of Narnia, because it's a parable. It's a beautiful parable. I think about this professor. Every time I encounter stories like this, where Jesus does amazing things, and the people who stand right there and listen to him and see what he's done don't believe it. They see him do it. They choose not to believe. In today's gospel, Jesus is talking about being the good shepherd, how his sheep know his voice, how he chooses to give up his life for the sake of the sheep. So I think about Susan and Peter when I hear these people say, he has a demon and he's out of his mind. Why listen to him? And then I use the professor's logic. He's not out of his mind. And he doesn't lie. So this must be true. And when we consider that with the passage of Acts that Beth read, they devoted themselves to teaching, to fellowship, to breaking bread, to prayers. Awe came upon everyone because of the wonders and signs. All who believed were together. They shared everything. Day by day, they spent as much time as they could together with glad and generous hearts. Jesus saw God's vision for his people and for us. That vision includes the real world, the reality of wolves, the reality of hired hands, the reality of people who judge, and Jesus. Jesus who loves, who judges not, who says, listen to me, follow me. I know my own, and my own know me. It's that simple. We're not here because we're crazy. I hope. Are you? Is anyone listening? Okay, don't you check it. Sorry. We're not here. We're not crazy. We know what we know. We know what we've seen. We are empty tomb people. We are Easter people. We hear Jesus' voice and we listen to him. And our reward will be goodness and mercy that will follow us all the days of our lives. And we shall know peace. Thanks be to God.